Let's go now to our reporters in regional Victoria and New South Wales. Emil Pavlich in Mildura in northwest Victoria, and Bill Ormond is in Wilcannia in the northwest of New South Wales. So let's first go to Emil in Mildura. What is the forecast in that region, and are we close to a record temperature there?
Good morning, Gemma. As you can see, I'm on the Murray River here in Mildura in northwest Victoria on the border of New South Wales. The record temperature here is 46.9 degrees. That was recorded all the way back in January 1990. The forecast top is 46 today, so very much looking like we'll edge that. But it remains to be seen whether we'll be able to go above that. Perhaps you can hear a little bit in my mic. There's a bit of wind about as well, so northeasterly winds 25 to 35 kilometres per hour, and that's the real concern for fire authorities.
Yeah, so heat and wind there. What are the warnings from fire authorities for residents in the state's west?
So fire authorities are certainly on edge. There's extreme ratings for much of the west and also parts of the north. So where I am, the Mallee forecast district, the Wimmera, are both extreme, as well as the southwest, central and north central, all under extreme fire danger ratings. So not yet catastrophic, which is the upper tier of the fire danger ratings, but as Luke Hegarty from the State Control Centre said to Jonathan Kendall on ABC Statewide Mornings, it's very much in that upper reach of the extreme fire danger rating. So there's a total fire ban for much of the state, particularly the west, and fire authorities are just bracing, I suppose, with this wind in mind.
Now let's bring in Bill Ormond, who's in Wilcannia. Bill, how is it feeling out there, and what does it mean for the river?
Yeah, it's hot, that's for sure, and there's quite a bit of wind. Emil just mentioned the wind has definitely picked up in the last hour or so. Yeah, we're heading for a top of 47 today in Wilcannia, and just down the road in Ivanhoe as well, heading for a top of 47, which would both be their December records as far as they go back. Across the region, of course, temperatures in the mid-40s, places like Broken Hill, Menindee and Pooncarie along the river. And the main concern, though, is the river itself. Of course, if you can see behind me, or potentially some of the overlay coming over the top now, it's got a green tinge to it. It doesn't look particularly healthy at all. And that's caused by several factors, including the hot temperatures, also low flows, which haven't really come down the river in several months. So the river's quite low. There's a lot of hot weather, and so that's just sucking the oxygen out of it. Other things as well are contributing to that as well, like carp as well. But people are on edge. Of course, the mass fish kills in 2023 and 2018 and 2019 as well have people on edge. I spoke to Barkindji River Ranger Vincent Quayle down in Menindee, which is about 100 k's down the river, and he's quite concerned. Have a listen to what he had to say.
I've seen some photos and they don't look very good at all. You know, like, water shouldn't be green. You know, not our water.
Bill, can anything be done for the time being to help?
Not in the short term, unfortunately, Gemma. In the intermediate, there is some water coming down the river from places like Walgett. Northern New South Wales and the northern catchment of the Darling River received some recent rain in the last couple of weeks, so that's helped a lot. But it'll take some time to get here to Wilcannia and then further down to Menindee as well, and the lake system there where it'll be stored, hopefully, over the summer. Unfortunately, that's pretty much the only thing that can happen for the time being. Blue-green algae there's a red alert in Menindee, in parts of Menindee, and as well here in Wilcannia as well. It's not uncommon for this time of the year as well, but there are some things that locals, including Graham McCrabb, who I spoke to earlier, he'd like to see done instead. Have a listen to what he had to say.
Carp sits there as a priority that just hasn't been addressed enough. Clearly you can see areas with no carp. You get vegetation growing in those areas and a real lack of blue-green algae. So I think the carp issue hasn't been addressed well enough either.
And as you heard there from Graham McCrabb, yeah, carp is a major issue as well. You probably can see behind me there's quite a few carp. But as I said, these temperatures aren't that unusual. 47, of course, is, but people are used to the heat here. The river, it's not uncommon to get blue-green algae as well over the summer, so people are just waiting to see what happens with the fish, and if they start seeing some fish floating, I'm sure authorities and locals will be swooping right on it.
Our reporters Bill Ormond in Wilcannia in northwest New South Wales and Emil Pavlich in Mildura, northwest Victoria. Thank you.